welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia, and I'd love it if you could subscribe, and if you're not an existing subscriber, welcome back. So today is going to be my first update for my Beauty A to Z project pan. This is created by Jessica and Amanda. Of course, I will leave their channels below, and I'm really excited because I finished 3 things this update. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to talk about those first, and then we'll go through the rest of the products and how many times I've used them or whether or not I have used them, because there is quite a lot of products in this collection with it being an A to Z project. There might have been some things that I haven't started yet. I've actually started a lot more than I think I thought I would, but we'll get into that, and what I will do is I'll just tell you whether I have used it or not. So starting off, the first thing I finished is actually the letter A, and it was the Ahava Dead Sea Water Mineral Body Lotion. I finished this. Really like the smell of this. It did smell like the sea, which I appreciate at the minute because obviously we're not going to be near the sea anytime soon. I did actually really enjoy this, so if I got it again I would definitely use it. I don't know whether I would necessarily buy it because in subscription boxes, which I get a lot of, we get quite a lot of body lotion, but I did really like this, and if I got this again in a full size I would be very happy. So that was my first product I finished, and I did use this 4 times, so I got 4 uses out of this for my entire body. I think that's pretty good, so I finished that. The next thing I finished was for Q. It was the Amika Soul Food Nourishing Mask. The Q for me was in the mask bit here. I really liked this mask. I'm so surprised at how well this actually did. Now I did only get 2 uses out of this, but it is only 20ml. To me, after the first use, I thought, I think this is good. After the second use, I was like, no, I know this is good. I would actually pick up a full size of this. I have noticed a massive difference. I do actually think that my hair does look thicker. Whether it's a placebo effect or not is a different matter. It's hydrates and softens, and I did actually feel like it did really soften and hydrate my hair as well, so I would definitely pick this up. I have a feeling that this brand could be a little bit pricey. I really like this, so I'll be quite happy to rebuy it in a full size. And the last things I finished was for Y, and it was these 2 face masks. I did say these were most probably going to be the things that would be finished because I do a face mask every Saturday. I really liked these. I did really like these. I thought they were both super hydrating. I think I preferred this one over this one. So I'm not going to say too much about them because I'd prefer to elaborate a little bit more in my empties, which will be coming soon. And I'm really happy I've managed to get some more sheet masks out of my collection. It was difficult for me to choose something for Y, and I'm glad I found those in my collection, otherwise I would have struggled. But that is the 3 letters out of this project that I won't be mentioning going forward because I have finished the products. So the next thing is the letter B. And I introduced this, and this is the Bloom and Blossom Wonder Worker Multitasking Balm. I still haven't started this yet because I'm still working on a multitasking balm. I find it's not something I use every night, even though I do try to. I at least try to put it on my heels once I get out of the shower, but I'm really bad, and I have been very bad these past few weeks, which is really bad of me, of actually getting back into a little bit of a routine. So this hasn't been started yet, but it will get started soon, and I don't think it's going to take that long. I think that's one of like maybe 2 or 3 products that I haven't started yet. Okay, so next thing we have is C. This was the Kat Kidson Lavender and English Chamomile Pillow Mist. Still really enjoying this. Again, I think it could be something like the placebo effect, which is making me think it's working really well. So, I mean, to be honest, if that's the case, I'm fine with that as long as I'm sleeping a little bit better. Don't get me wrong, I'm still not sleeping great. I do feel like this is helping a little bit, and this is my progress on it, so I'm doing pretty well. And I do think by the next update, if I use it the similar time that I did in the last month, this will be done. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, I like this. I don't think I can actually buy this separate. I think I would have to buy the full like gift set again. So for the spray, I use this 25 times. Really happy with that. And like I said, hopefully I can have this done by the next update. So the next thing for D is this, and this is the Dr. Paw Multi-Purpose Soothing Balm. This is bright orange, and that's the reason why I use this as a night lip balm. It just gets everywhere, and because of the colour that it is, with it being such a vibrant orange, it does just actually get everywhere. So this is where we're at now. I was a little bit silly and didn't actually mark some of these products when where we started off. but I know here we was about here. This was half empty when I got it. I used this 24 times, so yes, I mean that's very little progress for 24 times, but you do actually use less than a pea-sized amount of this. This might be in for a long time, but I'm using it as a night lip balm. It's fine. I think I'd prefer to try like the clear Dr. Pawpaw one. I've heard good things about that, but for me the colour of that one is just off-putting. Okay, the next thing we have is E, and I chose this, and this is the Elemis Superfood Blackcurrant Jelly Exfoliator. So this is where we are at now on this, and I did use this 5 times. I don't use exfoliators that much. I do try to use them twice a week, but that doesn't always happen. This one I find is quite harsh for my skin. For my face, I do actually like more of a gentle exfoliator. For my body, I quite like a harsh scrub. My face, like I said, is sensitive and it can get red and it is dry, so I don't really want anything super harsh. And I find this just a little bit harsh, but I mean, I'm hoping I can try and finish this. To me, exfoliators isn't something I want to be using. If I have them in my collection, I will use them, but I'm not going to go out and buy them because I do find that a lot of them, even if they're meant to be gentle, are quite harsh for me. I've used that 5 times. I'm happy with that. I'm just hoping I can get this done by the next update, and then I won't have any exfoliators in my collection, which will be great. Okay, so there were a couple of things in this project when I introduced it that have changed now. So for example, for F, I chose a little Farmology body lotion. I couldn't work with that. I couldn't get any product out because of the container, which is actually what I thought would be the problem in the introduction video. What I will do below is I will leave the introduction video if you'd like to go over there and have a watch of it. But I have actually introduced something else for this, and it is this, and this is the Next Rich Fruit body lotion, so F being the fruit bit. And I used this 3 times, and this is my progress on it. So I already had this going in my bathroom, so it kind of just worked really well actually. You don't need a lot of this, if I'm honest, because it takes a long time to sink into your skin, so you really don't need a lot of it, because I think too much is a bit too much. So I'm really happy with that progress. I don't think this is going to be done for next time, but I am hoping the time after that would be great. I do love the smell of this though. This was like a perfume and body lotion set, and this smells like the perfume, and it's so nice. So yep, use that 3 times. It's because I do have quite a lot of body lotions on the go at a time, so that's why I think that one has such little usage. Okay, the next thing we have is G, and it is this Generation Clay Ultraviolet Brightening Purple Clay Mask. So I used this 3 times as well. I should have definitely used this more, but this I find is slightly uncomfortable on my skin. Not uncomfortable enough for me to not want to wear it, but it's just uncomfortable, and I don't know if it's because it is clear on my dry skin. I do want to try and get some more use out of it, because this I did mark, and this is still saying this is where it's at, which I had that something very similar in a project pan. But why I didn't make the same mistake, I did shine my light through this and it still said we were still here. So it could just be that I've maybe used it that little, that it just hasn't really moved, but we'll keep using it. I'm going to try and make more of a conscious effort to reach for this. Next thing we have is the Huygens cleanser. So I did say that, because I have put 2 cleansers in this project, that I was going to use one of them and then use the other one afterwards. Well, it turns out actually one of them was more of a first cleanse and the other one was a second cleanse, so I can actually use them together. I have started using this one now, and this is the Huygens facial wash. I use it as my first cleanse, and this is where we are at now. Again, like I said, apologies, I didn't mark all this stuff when I first started, but this is where we are at. To me, this smells more like aniseed than it does rose. I don't mind that because I love aniseed, but I have used this 3 times as well, so maybe not as much as what I should have used it. I don't like this because it does take a bit of time to get it off your face, because it does foam with it being a facial wash, but I just don't think I would get it again. I'm quite happy to use it and finish it, and I'm hoping we can have this done by next update. Okay, the next thing was the Inner Care eye cream for eye. I've actually decluttered that because I could not get that to work for me. I know Ruby's Beauty Desk commented on my first video saying that she had some issues with that eye cream and how she couldn't get it to blend under her eye. I had the exact same problem. Like, it was just, no matter how much product, whether you put a really little amount, it doesn't matter how much product you got out. Like, I was putting the littlest bit and it was just not blending under my eye. it was just taking such a long time, and I don't have a lot of time in the morning when I'm doing my skincare, so I was just like, no, I can't use this. I didn't really notice any difference with it either, so I've actually decluttered it and I'm going to give it to somebody else to see if it'll work for them. So in its replacement, I've actually put another eye cream in for eye, and I've put in the Inkalist caffeine eye cream, and I have used this 13 times, and I did mark this, so we was here and now we are here. This is a nice eye cream. I don't know whether I would really say it helps to reduce under eye puffiness, but it's nice. It's a clear gel, so you're not going to get that same problem that I had with the Inica one. So we're going to get through this. Eye creams, it takes me a long time anyway, so it's going to be a slow and steady process with this, but I'm getting progress on it, so I'm happy with that. Next thing is for J, and that is my L'Oreal Julienne's Nude Lipstick. I have taken a picture of this, so I'll put it on the screen here, and I'll show you what it looked like at the intro and what it looks like now, but I will just show you here. So I feel like the texture of this one is changing. It's definitely more like I can't describe it, it's like it's melting. I don't know why. I have used this 17 times, that is include reapplying. I just feel like the last month I've been pretty bad with wearing makeup and just sticking with a really strict routine of like skincare and makeup. I'm hoping to get myself back into that, but I'm still really happy with 17 for this. I don't know whether you'll be able to see a massive visual progress on this, but I'm using it and I'm happy with that because I would like to try and get that lipstick done this year because that is old. The next thing we have is for K, and it is the OK Serum. I have a broken pipette in this, so it looks like it's actually got product there now. It takes me a long time to get product into this in the morning. I found that if I just hold it, it does actually bring the product into the pipette. But this is where we're at. So this was actually right at the top, so I didn't feel the need to mark it, but this is where we are at now. This I think is going to take a few months, but I did use this 16 times. It is a nice serum. I do feel like when I put it on my skin it is illuminating, but just the packaging on this, I would love to know below if you've got one of these. Is your pipette broken on this? Because if it's not, I would be tempted to have a look at this again because it does illuminate and that is what I like. But if other people's have, I think it might just be the packaging and it kind of is off-putting. It's kind of off-putting me wanting to buy it again if that is the case. So please do let me know below if you have the same issue as me. Next thing we have is L, and it is the Lee Stafford Spray. This is another product I haven't started using yet. And I think I have thought about this and I'm going to start using this once I've finished off a hairspray that I've currently got open. So I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm hoping it's not going to be too long because I would like to try and break this out when it gets to the summer months because my hair can get quite frizzy. So I haven't made any progress on this yet. I haven't even opened it, so it's not much to say about that. For M, we have the Body Shop Moringa Scrub. You'll have to excuse this if it looks a bit grubby. It is in my shower. So I have used this 3 times. This to me isn't a scrubby scrub, if you get what I mean, like what I was referring to earlier. I like my scrubs on my body to really feel like a scrub. This to me is just too gentle. If I open this, you might be able to see it's not really got like any like scrubbiness to it. And also the smell of this, I just can't. I just do not like the smell of this. I will use it because I do like the Body Shop scrubs. This one I think is just not for me. But I do like this, but the smell of this for me, no, it's not for me. The next thing we have is for N, and this is the NARS lipstick in Toledo. And I use this 16 times. So it looks like this now. Again, I'll put a picture on the screen of what it looked like at the intro and what it looks like now. So this was actually lipstick I think might have maybe used once when I first introduced it. It's definitely more of a darker colour, which I feel like would have been better to pull in last year for the winter time. But I'm still going to use it because I mix it with my lip gloss that I have in my project pan, and I feel like this works. And 16 uses, I'm really happy with that. I feel like if I had have only put one lipstick in here, it would have been double. So like the amount of these two books put together, but I wanted to put these both in because I want to try and finish as many look products as I can this year. So I'm happy with that, and hopefully we can get some more use on it in the next month. I'm hoping that the pictures do look a little bit different. Sometimes when I do like the intro and then the first update, sometimes I actually am quite surprised at the progress I have made. I don't know how different they're going to look because lipsticks take a long time to see any sort of progress. So fingers crossed you can actually see some. Next thing we have is for O, and this is the Tarte Drink of H2O. As I mentioned in my intro, I'm not going to be starting this until I've finished the other moisturiser that I've got in here. So I haven't opened this yet. I'm looking forward to it because I feel like my skin needs like some serious moisture. I'm looking forward to opening this, but I just haven't opened it yet. So there's no progress on that one. Okay, so for P, it is this, and this is the Pixi Glow Mud Cleanser. So again, I didn't mark this because this was quite close to the top. But we are here now, so about halfway, I would say. If not, actually, no, maybe a little bit higher. This is okay. It's not my favourite. I don't really feel like I noticed a massive glow or anything. I have used this 25 times, so I'm happy with that. I'll be glad to get a full-size cleanser out. I use this as my second cleanse. I won't get this again. I feel like some products are very hit and miss. I love the Glow Tonic, but for this, for me, it just wasn't a standout product. But I will continue to use it until I finished it. Next thing is R, and this is the Revolution Rose Hip Regenerating Essence Spray. So I've just started using this. I haven't sprayed this yet because I've just finished my last one today. I've just put it like in my skincare cabinet area to start using, but I have marked it, and this is where we are starting. So there's no progress on this at the moment, but there will definitely be some next month. Next thing we have is for S, and this is the Soap and Glory Foamous. So again, I didn't mark this because this was right at the top, but this is where we are at now. And I have used this 7 times, and at the moment I'm having to put this into my hand because I don't have any sort of sponge, which is why I think I'm actually getting through it a lot faster than I have done previously. This usually takes me months to get through. I love this. I love the smell of this. It's just so sweet. I'm getting through it. Like I said, I'm making some progress on it, so I'm happy with that. Speaking of Glow Tonic, it is actually in this project, and it is for tea. So it is the Pixi Glow Tonic. I love this stuff, and I started out here at the top, and we are now here. So I've made a good amount of progress. I do use this morning and night. Whether you're meant to do that or not is another matter. I know I've seen some people say that they only use this maybe once or twice a week. I use it every night, and I do like this. I do think it worked a lot better before when I mixed it with a Murad serum, which that Murad serum was about 70 quid. I still miss that. And the combination of these two made my skin absolutely beautiful. This still makes my skin look nice, but it just doesn't make it look as nice with that as it does with that serum. But I have used this 32 times, so I'm making good progress on it, and I think this might actually be done by the next update, so I'm really happy with that. Next thing we have is this, and this is the Ultra Sun SPF. I use this every morning. I want to say every morning. What I referred to earlier on was that I have been slacking a little bit. So there has been some days that I haven't worn this, which I'm kicking myself about. I should definitely be wearing this every single morning, and I do usually. I have used this 25 times, so I haven't slacked off that much, but I should definitely be using this every morning, and I used to be religious about it. This month has just been crazy for me. There's just been so much going on. Something that I can update you on soon, hopefully. But there's just been a lot of stuff going on in my life. 25 uses, I'm happy with that. I'm getting use out of it. I can't show you the progress because this bottle is completely opaque. It's an airless pump as well, so I can't really see where we're at, but just know that I am using that every day, or trying to at least. Next thing we have is V, and I put in this Avon perfume. This is the Rare Flowers Night Orchid, and as you can see, there's not that much progress, but there is a little bit of progress, so I'm happy with that. And I use this 9 times. I also do have 2 other perfumes out at the minute, so I am rotating between 3. I really like this, really do like this. Happy to be using it and getting some use out of the perfume. Next thing we have is this for W, and it is the Colour Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Spray. I like this, but I've only used it once since the last update, and I think again that's because I'm slacking, but also you only have to do this every 3 to 4 shampoos. I do it after every 4 shampoo, and I spray it in my hair and then blow dry it in like sections. It made my hair feel amazing. It is meant to get away like the flyaways at the top of your hair as well, which I suffer with quite a lot. I have used it, like I said, I just haven't maybe used it as much as I would like. I'm hoping by the next update that because I only wash my hair twice a week, so really this is going to get used every 2 weeks. I'm hoping to have a little bit more progress than this next time, but we shall see. But I did use that, so I'm happy with that. For X, I have this, and this is the Nux Ultra Comforting Face Balm. So I have started using this now because I did finish the moisturiser I had open. This smells weird, like weird off. I'm not getting any reaction or anything to it, but it just smells weird. I can't describe it. I don't like the smell of it, so I don't think I know I won't repurchase this going forward. It also isn't hydrating enough for my dry skin. I like something that literally feels like I've just drenched my skin in water. But I have used this 9 times since I introduced it, so I use this every morning. This is where we're at now. I didn't mark it when I first started, but this is where we're at now, so I'm hoping we will be close to finishing it, if not finished it, by the next update. And last but no means least, we have Z, and this is the Zero Hand and Nail Cream. I have started using this now. This is the one that I use at my desk when I'm at work every day, and I used this 15 times, and this is where we're at now. I'm hoping to finish this. I won't get this again. This is a natural product, but for me this is just a bit too grainy as a hand cream for me and not moisturising enough, because I do get eczema on my hands, so I will use it up, but it's not going to be something I will repurchase. I'm making really good progress on a lot of the products, and I do think we're going to have some empties next month as well, so I'm really happy with that. I do think there is going to be a couple of products in this project that might be in it for a long period of time, but again, it's till the end of the year, so I've got plenty of time. We're only in April, so I'm really happy that I managed to finish 3 of the letters. We only have 23 products to finish, but I do actually really like this project. It's something, because like I said, I've got my project pan, which is just makeup. I wanted to have a project that was just dedicated to everything else beauty, so I really like this project. It's just difficult, I think, sometimes to try and find product from A to Z, but it was really fun going through my collection and having a look, so I did really enjoy that. But yeah, that is my first update. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And like I said, I will leave Jessica and Amanda's channels below, and the update for this will be the same time next month, so please do stick around. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.